The triangular scout ship hung motionless above the desolate planet's surface, its metallic hull reflecting the dim light of a distant sun. Inside, Commander Xal studied the readings with growing concern. Another failed colonization attempt, he muttered, mandibles clicking in frustration. That makes 17 consecutive failures. His second-in-command, Officer Tren, shifted nervously. The Council demands results, Commander. The galactic hegemony cannot expand without suitable worlds. Cell's compound eyes narrowed. We've searched 1,000 systems. Every promising planet turns hostile within days of settlement. It defies explanation. Perhaps, Tren suggested, we are being targeted. The ship's alert system interrupted with a harsh buzzing. Unidentified object detected on surface. Artificial construction. Non-hegemony origin. Both aliens turned to the view screen as the camera zoomed in on a small weathered cube half buried in the planet's gray soil. Strange symbols were etched into its surface, straight lines and curves unlike any hegemony language. Scan it, ordered Xal. Tren's appendages danced across the control panel. Material composition unknown. Age estimate. Approximately 200 local orbits. Power source. Minimal active. Origin. He paused, bewildered. Unknown. Retrieve it, Xal commanded. The Council will want to examine this. 3 cycles later, in the sterile laboratory of the hegemony's premier research vessel, the Q sat under intense observation. Chief Scientist Vex circled it cautiously, recording instruments hovering around her elongated form. It appears to be a data storage device, she reported to the assembled commanders. But its design is unlike anything in our archives. Supreme Counselor Maz, watching from a safe distance, gestured impatiently. Can you access its contents? We're attempting to. The interface is. Vex hesitated. Primitive, yet somehow resistant to our decryption methods. A junior technician approached with a trembling appendage. Chief, we've detected a pattern. It's repeating a sequence of energy pulses. A message? Vex leaned closer. Yes, and we've partially translated it. It repeats, do not fear. Human device sent to. The technician's voice faltered. The rest is still encrypted. The chamber fell silent. Every being present knew the legends of humans, mythical creatures from ancient texts, said to have vanished eons ago. Most considered them fictional, cautionary tales to frighten younglings. Maz broke the silence. Humans are stories, not historical beings. With respect, Counselor, Vex countered. Archaeological evidence suggests they existed, though no record explains their disappearance. As they argued, none noticed the cube's power signature strengthening. The hegemony's largest colony ship approached the 18th candidate world, carrying 10,000 settlers in stasis. Commander Xal, promoted for his discovery, stood proudly on the bridge. Preliminary scans show ideal conditions, reported his new second-in-command. Atmosphere, temperature, gravity, all within acceptable parameters. Xal nodded. Begin the landing sequence. As the massive vessel descended through wispy clouds, technicians throughout the ship monitored their instruments. None detected the faint signal emanating from the Q, still under study in the ship's laboratory. The colony ship settled onto a vast plain. Automated systems began constructing the initial habitat dome, while most crew remained in stasis. Xal surveyed the alien landscape through the viewports. Rolling hills covered in strange vegetation under a purple-tinged sky. Perfect, he whispered. Finally, a new beginning. 20 hours into colonization, the first anomaly appeared. Commander, called a frantic technician. The soil samples are showing unexpected changes. Xal rushed to the science station, explained. Microscopic machines, sir. Billions of them, altering the planet's chemistry. Before Xal could respond, another alarm sounded. Then another, and another. The planet was awakening. Chief Scientist Vex stared in horror as the cube in her laboratory finally opened, unfolding like a blooming flower. Inside was not a weapon as they had feared, but a simple holographic projector that activated immediately. The image of a bipedal being materialized, 2 arms, 2 legs, a head with forward-facing eyes, a human. Greetings, it said in perfectly translated hegemony standard. If you are viewing this message, you have discovered one of our seed worlds. Vex backed away, calling for security, even as she continued watching, transfixed. Long ago, humanity faced extinction. Rather than fight our fate, we chose transformation. We merged our consciousness with the worlds we loved, becoming their guardians and caretakers. The hologram gestured, and a star map appeared, showing thousands of worlds, including every failed colonization attempt the hegemony had made. We are the planets you walk upon, the air you breathe, the soil beneath your feet. We sleep until awakened by the presence of those who would reshape without understanding. Vex suddenly understood the pattern of failures. You can stopping our colonization efforts. The hologram smiled gently, not stopping, guiding. Each world has rejected your current methods, but this message means you've finally found the answer. What answer? Vex demanded. You retrieved our messenger device. You studied it rather than destroying it. You listened. This world, all our worlds, can be shared, but only with those who seek to understand before they change. Throughout the colony ship, the alarms ceased. Outside, the microscopic machines continued their work, but now they adapted the environment to support both the new arrivals and the planet's existing systems. The hologram's expression turned solemn. We are no longer human as we once were, but we remember our origins. We protect these worlds not out of hostility but stewardship. Learn from us. Join us. There is room enough for all among the stars. As the message ended, Vex rushed to contact Commander Psal. For the first time in its history, the hegemony had found not just a habitable world, but teachers. The colonists would not conquer this world, they would become its students. And somewhere in the planet's complex consciousness, what was once human watched with hope.